Good morning, boys and girls. How are you on this wonderful Friday? I'm excited for another wonderful Friday. I'm excited for the weekend so we can have some fun family time and hopefully sleep in our camper and enjoy the nice weather. Maybe go on an adventure. Still social distancing, of course. All right. So our last book in the Berenstain Bears series this week is going to be Get in a Fight. Why I picked this out? I'm wondering if this happens in any of your houses, since you guys have all been locked up with those of you that have siblings, have been stuck in the house with them or around them a lot more than maybe you have been before. So let's see if this hits home for any of us, okay? Because I know my boys have been quite a bit handsier with each other and wrestling a lot more lately than they did before. Mm-hmm. So, all right, our book again, The Berenstain Bears, Get in a Fight.
I feel good. Sometimes we get in a fight.
Most mornings in Bear Country, the sun rose to greet the day, and the mockingbird sang its copycat song outside an upstairs window of the Bears treehouse. And inside the treehouse, Brother Bear and Sister Bear would wake up.
Yeah, they have the window open.
If you want to sit down, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Brother and sister usually got along very well. They took turns nicely with the bathroom. They said please and thank you at breakfast. They often sat together on the school bus. And after school, they worked together happily on their special project, their own backyard treehouse.
Yeah.
But one gray morning, brother and sister didn't get along well at all. Maybe it was the weather, or maybe it was because the mockingbird slept late. But whatever it was, Brother and Sister Bear got into a big fight. Sister Bear opened her eyes and stretched. Then she sat up and let her legs dangle over the edge of the bed, right in Brother Bear's face. She didn't do it to be rude. It was just one of the things that happened with bunk beds. But that morning, Brother was not in a very good mood. Sister, he shouted, get your dopey feet out of my face. It's not very nice, is it?
Nope. It's not dopey either.
My feet aren't dopey, and they're not in your face, she shouted back. Get your dopey face out of my face, snarled Brother. You shut up, snapped Sister. And before Brother could answer, she skipped into the bathroom ahead of him. All of those words are not very nice, are they, boys and girls? She took a very long time, brushing her teeth, washing up, brushing her fur. You'd better come out of that bathroom, shouted Brother, banging on the door. Brother Bear, said Papa, coming out of his bedroom. You know better than to shout at your sister. But she's taking too long in the bathroom, complained Brother, and she's doing it on purpose.
That's not even good.
When Brother raised his fist to bang on the door again, it opened and out came Sister, all spruced up. Good morning, Papa, she said. As nice as you please, said Brother. Brother and Sister didn't say please and thank you that morning at breakfast because they weren't speaking to each other. And Sister didn't sit together, and they didn't sit together on the school bus. Sister sat in front, and Brother sat way in the back. That afternoon, they made a line down the middle of their backyard treehouse to show which half was whose. It wasn't much fun sitting up there in their treehouse, not speaking. Especially when it began to rain hard. Later, they kept on being mean by taking back the things they usually shared. Sister took back her modeling clay, which Brother had made into a dinosaur, and rolled it into a big clump. Brother took back his trucks and planes and put them on the top shelf where Sister could reach them. They got so angry that they forgot they weren't speaking and began shouting at each other even louder than before. Then Papa lost his temper and began shouting at them to stop shouting.
You think that's a good idea? Nope. This is going to make more loudness.
The neighbors didn't know which was worse, the big storm or the racket coming from the bear's house. Mama had quite enough. She put her fingers in her mouth and whistled very, very loudly. Papa and the cubs were so surprised they stopped shouting. I didn't know you could whistle like that, Mama, said Sister. Well, I can, and I also can tell you, said Mama sternly, that I've had quite enough of this foolish fighting. Why, I doubt you two even remember what you're fighting about. Cubs tried to remember, but they couldn't. Think it's worth fighting over if they can't remember why they're fighting? Probably not, right? Mama took the cubs into her lap. Everybody gets into arguments once in a while, she said. Even folks who love each other very much. You and I don't have arguments, said Papa. Oh, yes we do, said Mama. No we don't, argued Papa. We're having one right now, said Mama, about whether or not we have arguments. It's kind of funny, huh? While Papa thought that one over, Mama went on to say the occasional arguments are part of living together. We get angry, we even call each other names and say things we really don't mean. And after a while, it's over. Like the storm, asked Sister, the rain had almost stopped and the sun was beginning to shine through the clouds. Yes, said Mama, like the storm. Look, said Papa. The sun shining on the last of the rain had made a rainbow. Ooh. While I'm reading this, can anybody think about how rainbows are made? Does anybody remember?
I know.
A beautiful rainbow is something very beautiful that happened. A rainbow is something very beautiful that happens after a storm, said Mama, looking at the cubs. You mean like making up after a big fight? Sort of, said Mama.
I can finish a tree out with one bit. Make it stay.
So Brother and Sister Bear hugged and made up and got along just beautifully until the next time, anyway. All right, boys and girls, what do you think of that, Buck? Has anybody been in a situation where they're fighting with their sibling or their friend or their cousin like that over something silly that doesn't really matter, but then you got over it and everything's okay? We all get frustrated. We all get upset sometimes, right? And we fight.
Wait.
But as long as we can get back to a good place and be friends and be kind to one another, everything's going to be okay. And if we say things that aren't kind, we have to make sure that we apologize and are good people, right? Yes, Logan. Did you want to say something to my friends?
Yes.
What?
Boys and girls, Mommy and I seen a rainbow before when a storm, when we were on a road trip. We saw a rainbow when we stopped at a restaurant. I couldn't finish my food, but we went back in the car, and when we looked out the window of the restaurant, I found a rainbow, and then it just cracked open and faded.
Yep. Well, it didn't fade, right? It's just because the rain droplets weren't there anymore. The moisture wasn't in the air for the light to refract off of and make a prism and show a rainbow. But we learned that last week or the week before, right? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls, have a happy Friday. Have an amazing weekend. Do something fun so that I can hear about it next week, hopefully. All right. Bye.